Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 111. And today's title is I Forgot the Value of. This is a great story with Esau selling his birthright. Listen in, this is from Genesis chapter 25, and this is verse 29. Once, when Jacob was cooking stew, so these are the two brothers that are the sons of Isaac. Once, when Jacob was cooking stew, Esau came in from the field, and he was exhausted. Now, Jacob is the second-born. Esau is the firstborn. And Esau says to Jacob, let me eat some of that red stew, for I am exhausted. Therefore, his name was called Edom. Both of them mean red. So he's tempted by this tender red stew. Jacob said, sell me your birthright now. Esau said, I'm about to die. Of what use is a birthright to me? Jacob said, swear to me now. So he swore to him and sold his birthright to Jacob. So Esau sells his birthright to Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew, and he ate and drank and rose and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. All right, so let's talk about what a birthright is. It is your father's blessing. So that's pretty good right there. Just the favor of your father, that's a wonderful thing. That's the now, but then there's this future. It also means family supremacy, leadership in your family. Non-spiritual leadership. It also means spiritual leadership, kind of being the priest of your family, if you will. And then finally, it's a double portion of the inheritance of money, of whatever's left over after the death. And Esau misvalues the future value of all those things. He almost treats it like merchandise, so it's really a terrible story. So Esau is the firstborn. He's kind of described as this profane person, at least passionate. It's so bad you can almost not even believe the story, because we're not sitting here. Maybe you're not hungry right now, or thirsty, or being trapped by your brother. So this balance of this inheritance is going to go kind of to the wrong person. Now this was apparently done in that culture, that occasionally birthrights were sold or transferred. Now he says, "What use is this of this to me?" In other words, he forgets the value. And then again, when Isaac is going to die, he forgets this transaction that we're talking about today, and he kind of even forgets that. So he asks for his father's blessing when all is said and done. All right, so this despising means he treats something as if it is worthless, or treating it with contempt as if it's unimportant. So treating something that is important as if it's not important. So Esau was the hunter. That's why he was out and about in the field. But here, the hunter becomes the hunted. His brother probably is cooking and setting a trap here. So we're addressing the power of words, the power of time, because he's saying, hey, I want this right now. I feel like I'm about to die. And yet, in the end, he walks away, arises, and goes away. He wasn't near death. But he had lost his birthright by that time. And then this power of passion, the power of bodily feelings. So there's a lot of, I'm exhausted, I'm thirsty, let me eat, I'm hangry, if you will. This boiling over of feelings. It's feelings that get in the way of the future. And those feelings could be physical here, or sexual, or emotional feelings. So let's think about what God might have for us in this crazy story. First of all, it's real. You can't make this stuff up. It's this topsy-turvy journey that the Lord is pointing us towards salvation. And there's real consequences for what these people are doing. And I think the key today is forgetting the value of it. People that have affairs, they forget the value of the spouse that they have at home. People that steal, they forget the value of the victim. People that misworship idols, they forget the value of the one true God. People that lie forget the value and the power of their words. People that have sexual encounters outside of and before marriage, they're forgetting the value of the spouse that they have yet to meet. People that speak in anger forget the value of the person in their crosshairs. People that cheat on taxes or speed on the highway, demonize people from a different political party, they're all forgetting the value of something. So doing something today that will affect the future and forgetting the value of time. The best example I could think of was just the stock market, this silly example, but $1,000 invested in the S&P 500 in 1929 before the market crash would be worth $7 million today. Just this time value. If you look with a long enough perspective, the value goes up. So the problem in the story here is this: it's valuing and forgetting the value of. So when challenged, Esau, if you gave him a Snickers bar and told him to calm down, would you say, "Hey, does your dad have some stuff to give you, and are you in line to get it in a few years? And maybe is your brother sneaking up on you?" He would have probably got all those answers correct. Yet in the passion of the moment, he makes bad decisions and misvalues his birthright, looks at it as if it's unimportant. So let's look with a long view. And what spiritual heritage will I leave if I become angry now, or let my eyes get away from me on the internet, or trade what seems to be unimportant now for what is truly important then? So Lord, help us live this day as if it points to the importance of that day. Your inheritance is not merchandise. It is of great value. My relationship and your relationship with the Lord now and then is of greatest value. Help me to treat it as such. I forgot the value of you, pleasing you, living before you. May the Lord give us the weight and the value and the measure so that we can appraise this correctly. You, Lord, are our prize. You, Lord, are our treasure. You are our desire, our portion. Thanks for listening.